Flynn. I'm mayor of the city of Oxnard, and the city of Oxnard and the Knights of Columbus are always grateful to acknowledge the contributions of those members of public safety that serve in public safety. And I attend the event each year. I'm excited every year that I go to the event, and we're really grateful for their service. Thank you.
My name is Supervisor John Zaragoza, and I'm here tonight to actually give our civic night, to give our public first responders some accommodations that we have for them. You know, our justice system is really important, and our first responders are extremely important too. We have firefighters, we have police officers, and we have individuals from the DA's office that we're going to come in today. So I'm really happy to be here today, and I want to thank the Knights of Columbus 750 for this outstanding effort. They do it every single year, and thanks again to the Knights of Columbus.
John Sharkey. I'm on the Port Miami City Council, and really pleased to be here at the Knights of Columbus, their annual public safety night, honoring all the folks who work so hard every day for all of us in all our cities.
Mary Williams, Police Chief for the City of Oxnard. Very thankful and happy to be at the Knights of Columbus event. The Knights have been an amazing community supporter. They strongly support law enforcement, and we just appreciate the fact that not only are they recognizing our officers, but just countywide they're recognizing all the good work that everyone in public safety does. So thank you.
My name's Lucas Beller, and I work for Ventura County Fire, and I'm here tonight for their Knights of Columbus. They're celebrating, Public Safety Night, and so I made Firefighter of the Year for 2014 for Ventura County, and we're here.
Oxnard Fire event is a great event for the community. The Knights of Columbus recognizing public safety professionals from multiple jurisdictions and roles in the community, and so we thank them so much for acknowledging public safety members across Ventura County.
I'm Chris Yonke. I'm the CO of Naval Base Ventura County. I'm here to see one of my security specialists and also a firefighter receive an award tonight, and here to support them. I think it's a great thing what you're doing.
Josh Massey, I'm a firefighter with the City of Oxnard. I'm very proud to be invited to tonight's Knights of Columbus Public Safety Night. I'd like to thank the Knights of Columbus for having it and for all that they do for both our department, the departments countywide, and our city.
Scott Whitney. I'm here at the Knights of Columbus Public Safety Night. Work of our police and fire public servants. We appreciate Ed Castillo and the Knights for all that they do for this event.
This is Officer Mike Wood from the Oxnard Police Department, and I'm here at the Knights of Columbus Hall 750 receiving the Public Safety Recognition Award.
I'm a postmate in the Coast Guard, and I was awarded the Public Safety Award through the Knights of Columbus for 2015.
Hi, I'm Joanne Johnson. I'm the Commissioner with the Ventura County Superior Court, and I received the Knights of Columbus honor for the Judicial Officer on their Public Safety Night. And it was quite an award, and I'm very proud.
I'm Officer Jared McCoy, the California Highway Patrol. I was proud to represent the Officer of the Year for the Ventura area California Highway Patrol.
I'm Bernie Rydell with the FBI, and I received the Public Service Award from the Knights of Columbus tonight.
My name is Brenda Ramirez, and I received the Knights of Columbus Award.
Let us bow our heads and acknowledge the diversity of God's people that are here to celebrate tonight, the men and women who are keeping us safe. I'm mindful of the fact that we are many talents, we have many jobs, we have many responsibilities, and in all those we give thanks to the Almighty, who has created at the same time each and every single one of us individual. He has created but also broken that mold and has kept us so wonderfully in our own existence in this time, in this generation. And so with that in mind, we come united by the bonds of our community to praise the Lord and to also give Him thanks for one another. And so we also ask for these blessings to be upon those women and those men that we are celebrating today in a special way, those that are being nominated and recognized. And we also ask for His infinite mercy to be upon us and bless the food and dreams of your servants. Blessed are you, O Lord, and these thy gifts, which are bound to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen. Have a wonderful evening.
Third Bureau Investigation. Agent David was born in Humboldt, California. He's a graduate of Humboldt State University with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Business Administration. Prior to his appointment with the FBI, David worked 5 years as a business tax investigator with the California State Board of Equalization. Shortly thereafter, David worked 6 years as an investigator with the California Department of Justice in San Francisco. In 1995, he was hired by the FBI and graduated the Academy in January 1996, and then was assigned thereafter to the Los Angeles Field Office. For 2 years, David worked narcotic violations and 13 years with Violent Crime Major Offender Squad. In May 2010, David was promoted to the Supervisory Senior Resident Agent of the FBI in the Ventura County area, where he currently serves as a people of our community. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our speaker for the evening, Agent David M. Fleming.
You know how the FBI always wants to top other agencies. So in this particular case, it's the Sheriff's Department, and Sheriff Dean came up with the idea of how to cut 22 minutes from this program. We can cut more than that tonight if I wasn't speaking. So next year, let's not have a speaker. You know, anyway, this is a little bit different than the crowd that I typically speak to. Most of the time when I go out in the community, I can maybe stretch the truth a little bit. I can tell them about I single-handedly apprehended Whitey Bulger. I gave them the information where Osama bin Laden was residing. I single-handedly found out where the hacking was coming from on the Sony hacking case. But with a half a room of law enforcement here tonight, I know you guys call BS on BS. So I had to edit probably 90% of what I'm going to talk about here tonight. But thanks, Ed. As I'm getting a little bit older, unfortunately, I've got to put the specs on. But as Ed alluded to, I'm the supervisory senior resident agent for the FBI here in Ventura, and have been in this position for the last 5 years. And in this position, I get the pleasure of overseeing every violation that the FBI works: violent crime, cyber crime, major frauds, domestic and international terrorism cases, as well as counterintelligence. And it's in working these particular violations, our agency has had the very good fortune of working with almost every agency that's represented here tonight. And for that, I'm most appreciative that with all the help that you folks have provided to the FBI during my tenure. You know, I believe it was Teddy Roosevelt that had the 4 B's when it came to speaking to an audience. It was be sincere, be short, be entertaining, and be seated. Well, I think I can guarantee 3 out of the 4. The entertaining part, I wouldn't hold your breath. You know, when Ed initially called me and left a voicemail, I could tell there was a little something up his sleeve. I wasn't quite sure what he was getting at. He was asking me about my background and what I had done before the FBI. I said, Ed, what are you getting at? And he goes, well, you know, the governor is actually supposed to be the speaker here tonight. He goes, but you know what? I think the guy is going to cancel it. I said, Ed, so you're looking at me as the relief pitcher here tonight. And he goes, I guess you could put it that way. And I go, Ed, my earned run average is way over 9. You got to be able to do better than that. He goes, okay, we need a warm body. So here I am. You know, what I can promise you that the governor couldn't have promised you here tonight is that I will not raise your taxes and your lawns will not turn brown. Thank you very much. You know, I asked Ed, you know, how long do you want me to speak here for here tonight? He goes, hey, 10, 15 minutes. I go, Ed, you don't know the FBI. He goes, what do you mean by that? I said, it takes us at least 30 minutes to tell everybody how much we love ourselves and that we know everything about everything. As Ed stated, I grew up way up in Northern California in Humboldt County, and I graduated from Humboldt State University. I like to refer to it as the Harvard of the West Coast. There you go. Anyway, I think all of us know what the most prolific crop is grown in our county. I can still remember back in the 70s, early 80s, making a little over $2 an hour while my classmates were driving around in brand new Corvettes. They had decided to be farmers. I knew I wanted to be in law enforcement. I've been asked what the difference is working out here in Ventura versus working back in Los Angeles. And you know, there's not a lot of differences, but the one difference that we do have is that back in Los Angeles, you had the entertainment industry. We had a lot of interaction with that industry, some very serious, some silly, and some very pathetic. I can recall the first internet death threat that case that I received when I was in Westwood. It was an actor that had just got through, or a movie had just come out, and so there was this death threat. And then up until that point, most of the threats that we received off the squad either came telephonically or through the United States mail. At that time, I don't even think I had a computer at my home, and I certainly didn't know much about the internet. So, how am I going to handle this case? Well, I got on the phone and called my good friends at the Secret Service, and I said, hey, can you give me Al Gore's phone number? I go, he did invent the internet. Certainly he can help me track this IP address. He wasn't much help. I can still remember putting my search warrant together, or actually doing my analysis and tracking this IP address to a suburb outside of Portland, Oregon. And again, this was the first internet tracking case that I was ever involved in. And I can remember putting that affidavit together and sending it up to our office in Portland to execute the search warrant. And I knew they were going the following morning, so I got into the office real early. I sat there at my desk by myself with a big major pucker factor, hoping that I had analyzed the situation correctly and that they were going to execute the warrant at the right house. Fortunately, they did. It was just a couple teenagers that didn't like the movie that this particular actor had just come out with. You know, nowadays, tracking the IP addresses are something that every investigation or every investigator is well versed in. You know, as I previously stated or had alluded to, I spent 15 years in Westwood, primarily working violent crimes. However, on 9/11, that all changed. That all changed for every FBI agent in Los Angeles and across the country. Quick story, on September 11th, a well-known actor, September 11th of 2001, a well-known actor called into the command center there in Westwood and provided some information that he thought might be useful in the investigation of the 9/11 subject. The actor's name will remain anonymous, at least at this point, but the following morning, September 12th, at approximately 7:15 in the morning, I can remember this very clearly because I figured I'll give him a little bit of time to wake up. But I called him and I said, hey, I'd like to come out and talk to you about the information that you provided the previous night. He said, do you know where I live? And I said, well, you provided your address. I am a trained FBI agent. I do have a Thomas guy. We didn't have the Army back then. He goes, no, it's very difficult to find my house. I live up in the Hollywood Hills. He then proceeded to give me almost a block-by-block description or information of how to find his house up in the Hollywood Hills. So when myself and another agent arrived at his house, he was right there at the front gate, ready to meet us there as we arrived. He went on to tell me that the prior month he was on American Airlines Flight 11 that went from Boston to Los Angeles. And during the course of that flight, he observed 4 Middle Eastern males that caused him great concern. So much concern that he actually notified the flight crew. Well, being the crack agent I was at the time, I go, I better get my hands on the flight manifest. So in fact, I did get my hands on that manifest, and none of those hijackers were on his flight. The reason I give you a little bit of backstory on this is that unbeknownst to us when we were leaving the residence, he had a movie coming out. So within the next couple of weeks, he showed up on the late night show, all the talk shows, the O'Reilly Factor, and show after show after show. And I can remember sitting in our gymnasium in Westwood, watching the O'Reilly Factor one night, and sure enough, this actor shows up on the show. He goes on to tell O'Reilly, yeah, I was on this flight a month before, the hijackers were on my flight. He goes on, which they weren't. And I can remember O'Reilly saying, well, how did they know to talk to you? How did they find you? And the actor responded, he goes, I don't know. They just said they were the FBI and they know everything. I kind of looked at one of the other guys in the gym and I go, I interviewed that guy. It's all baloney, but I appreciate the fact that he's perpetuating the myth about the FBI. We can use all the help we can get. In fairness to him, though, I can still remember him as we were leaving his house. That was obviously a day that, an event that all of us certainly remember. But I can remember him as we were leaving and him saying, I'm the only expletive Republican in this town. Go get those expletives. So I guess the story that he decided that he would take creative liberty with the story when he went out to promote his movie and talk about his encounter with the FBI. I guess he must never have seen Dragnet, where Joe Friday would say, just the facts, ma'am. When Ed asked me to come and speak here tonight, I thought about, the Knights of Columbus, and I think about all the people involved in public safety. And, there's really a significant similarity in the fact that, we're all serving our community. What the Knights of Columbus do is really remarkable. Many times it goes unnoticed or unrecognized, but that doesn't dissuade the Knights of Columbus from continuing their mission. Just as it doesn't dissuade you in the public safety community from continuing and completing your missions. Everyone here in the public safety community has a real passion for what they do. The individuals being recognized tonight have a very deep passion. That's why they're being recognized here tonight. I think about what job can you do where you wake up on a daily basis and say, I love going to work, and I can't think of another thing I'd rather be doing. You know, personally, I don't think that there's any other profession, you know, that can provide the job satisfaction that we're able to obtain on a daily basis. I personally know how fortunate the community of Oxnard and the county of Ventura are to have the caliber of individuals that are out here tonight and all the various agencies that are represented. On February 24th of this year, when the Metrolink derailed here in Oxnard, when we arrived on the scene, Oxnard Fire, Oxnard PD, Ventura County Sheriff's Department, EMS, CHP, and others had the situation well under control. It looked like a very well-oiled machine. This wasn't a routine event. There were multiple cars that had derailed with numerous significant injuries. Not so much for, unfortunately, the engineer of that Metrolink subsequently passed away as a result of his injuries. Just last week, we executed search warrants on individuals suspected of possessing child pornography and distributing it as well. Included in the search warrant was the Ventura County Sheriff's Department, Oxnard PD, United States Secret Service, FBI. This investigation resulted in the seizure of almost 50 terabytes of data and a full confession. And these are just a couple examples of the resources that are combined here in this county on a regular basis. While I have a chance, I would like to personally thank all the agencies here tonight for all the support you've provided to the FBI. We cannot do our jobs effectively if it weren't like folks like you on the ground at the local level. You're the heart and soul of the service. You're the heart and soul of service to the community. Many times you're the eyes and ears for us as you are the first responders. You routinely provide us with information, valuable information that we can act upon. Whether it be a bank robber, a fugitive, a cyber hacker, a fraudster, or a homegrown violent extremist plotting to do something horrific. Today, more than ever, law enforcement is being scrutinized. The decisions that you folks make often require to be made in a split second. They are subsequently analyzed by others for days and months. Nothing like Monday morning quarterbacks. This is where strong leadership is required by all the departments and all the individuals within public safety. Our new FBI director has really emphasized leadership within our organization, and I know that your agencies do as well. Often people think of leaders based on the positions that they may hold within the organization. But we all know there are occasions where those people are managers and not leaders. You folks being recognized here tonight are leaders. You are leaders that others look to based upon the actions, your accomplishments, your work ethic, and most of all, your integrity. Now, there are many humorous things that we encounter on a daily basis in our jobs. But sometimes there's things that occur that aren't quite so humorous. Matter of fact, they're damn sad. I wanted to describe an event that affected all of us here in Ventura County on October 28th of this last year. At approximately 2:30 in the morning, I received a call from our command center. Now, we all know whether you're in police work, fire, military, or a parent, nothing ever good happens at 2:30 in the morning. the callers not generally calling to advise that you had won the lotto. That is, unless it's the Nigerian lotto scam. Again, it was our FBI Command Center calling to advise that Deputy Eugene Kostiachenko, the husband of FBI Special Agent Maura Kelly, had been killed in the line of duty. It was just 4 short years ago that Eugene was sitting right here in this very front row, watching his wife, Special Agent Maura Kelly of the FBI, be acknowledged by the Knights of Columbus here. Eugene had a smile from ear to ear. He was proud as a peacock, observing his wife being acknowledged for a $40 million fraud investigation that she had just completed, where the subject of the investigation had orchestrated the murder of his wife. In our particular professions, bad things can happen very quickly, and then unfortunately in this case it did. In the short time that Eugene was a deputy, he touched many of our lives. As I am coming to the conclusion of living my professional dream, in the FBI, we have a mandatory retirement age of 57. I wanted to be an FBI agent, as my grandfather would put it, since I was knee-high to a pop bottle. May all of you continue to live your dreams, take care of yourselves, take care of your partners, take care of your families. To the Knights of Columbus, to all the agencies, and specifically to you recipients here tonight, thank you for all that you do for this community. We are lucky to have people like you. Be safe and God bless.
Being said, I'd like to ask our Deputy Grand Knight to make his way up to the stage. And the Deputy Grand Knight makes his way, has to ask the worthy Grand Knight of our council, Frank Delgado, please make his way to the stage. And then we have a number of individuals from different agencies who will be helping us with some certificates. And the one that always leads us out is the big man from the Third County, 5th District of the Supervisor, John Zergos. John, can you please join us up here real quick? Dear friends, get ready, man. Can you join us, please? We have the mayor for the city of Fort Wayne with the sewage, not so, can you join us up real quick? In the back room, we have a representation from our state assembly's office, state senate office. Can you please make your way forward if you're still here, please? I'll take a little time for them to get up here. And I do, just a reminder, the recipients already got an email on this. The recipients will hear their name, they'll be acknowledged, and they'll be making their way up to the front of the stage, and they'll make a turn this way. And there'll be John Gonzalez on the other side, make sure you get up here just fine. And there'll be some recipients that go through. Unless you're sitting on this side, you just go right on this side. So it's not that hard. What's nice about we start off with one person, you follow with one person, the first person gets it right, we're okay. There you go. You know, a couple of years ago, this is a true story. True story. You have a judges. I don't know if you realize, we have so many, let's hear for our judges in the court, so they're with us tonight. We have the judges, we have the district attorney's office, we have probation, we have the police department. You know, Johnny Carson used to do the dumbest criminal stories. Dumbest criminal stories. Believe it or not, right where the chief is sitting, I was sitting back there with Oxnard PD, and I thought a couple of brother knights were just getting a little too loud back there. So I make my way and kind of shush it down. It ends up being too, what's a nice word? Bums. Transients. They were going at it. They're trying to be, hey, I'll come back there and tell Jason, there's Jason. Jason, I need some help. Before I made that turn, they were going at it. It was bad. Jason, Scott, need some help. They ran that way. CHP went the other way. Probation went one way. The guy was out. He was out. The only thing that separated me from harm's way, of you know, my adrenaline was running, was the wrought iron fence, which Jason jumps over. So did Eric, jumped right over. They chased down Plaza Park. And here comes Oxnard PD, there goes Ventura PD, everybody was out there. And they go, which way they go? They go down the alley toward Plaza Park. Who is it? Chief Benitez. Oh, shoot! The chief's on foot! Everybody goes running out there. At that moment, ladies and gentlemen, I felt the color of law enforcement. I felt the urge to do something strong. And that man was about to get up. He was unconscious. He was waking up. And with the bravery that sucked in, on the other side of the wrought iron fence that was locked, I said, don't move. I felt so good that day. That was my act of heroism. I was less fluffy then. I did not dare to jump that razor fence. How tall is that fence now, Jason? 12 feet? It's now 20 feet high on the other side. 18 feet high. Which department did you say contacted? Oxnard PD. I think the sheriff says that, let him run. We're the grand that we're ready. We're ready to go. Deputy Graham Knight, we'll have you take over.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year's Public Safety Award representative for the Ventura County Court is Commissioner Joanne Johnson. Ventura County Senior Superior Court Commissioner Joanne Johnson is a native of Southern California. After graduating from high school, she worked in the grocery industry while she raised her family and later while she attended law school. After graduation from Ventura College of Law, she became an attorney. In 1993, and opened her own law office. In 2002, she was hired by the Superior Court as a supervising family law facilitator, and in 2010 was selected as a court commissioner to serve Family Law Division. In addition to being a professor of her alma mater, Ventura College of Law, she serves on the statewide court committee and teaches classes. In 2011, she was honored with the Judicial Officer of the Year Award by the California Child Support Directors Association. In addition, she is the co-sponsor of the National Latino Peace Officers Association's annual scholarship for high school students who will be pursuing the education of law enforcement. Commissioner Johnson is assigned responsibility for hundreds of contentious, emotional charged cases, many of which involve child abuse, domestic violence, and drug and alcohol abuse. Ladies and gentlemen, Joanne Johnson. This year's Public Safety Award representing the Ventura County District Attorney is District Attorney Andrew Sullivan. Receiving the award on his behalf will be Chief Deputy District Attorney Mike Frawley. Deputy District Attorney Andrew Sullivan joined the District Attorney's Office in 2011 and has already made a significant positive impact in our community here in Oxnard. In the last year, Mr. Sullivan has taken a number of cases to trial to gain justice for the victims who reside in our city. In one case involving 35 witnesses and 11 days of jury trial, he gained 5 felony and 2 misdemeanor convictions on a defendant who had engaged in at least 7-month crime spree involving commercial and residential burglary. In another case, the victim and counselor here in Oxnard was victimized by a defendant who she had reached out to help despite his 7 prior convictions. The defendant stole the car. She wrote the following to Andrew after the trial. You did a wonderful job. I was very impressed with your work. In fact, I can honestly say I had a good positive experience with both your office and the police. I wanted to say thank you very much. I feel safe and protected. That crime victim summed up nicely what Andrew Sullivan means to our community. Oxnard Police Department's recipient is Officer Mike Wood. Officer Mike Wood is a hard-working officer officer is driven to serve his community in the Oxnard Police Department. He is knowledgeable, highly motivated, and competent. On numerous occasions, Officer Wood has offered to conduct operations related to property and vehicle thefts, and also periodically makes plans to conduct parole and probation sweeps. He is a catalyst and co-writer for the Oxnard Police Explorer Academy, which is recognized as one of the best academies with the Boy Scouts of America. He's not only a great leader, but also a great role model. Mike is a member of the hostage negotiator team and FTO, first aid instructor. Officer Wood was selected to the traffic unit in June 9th, 2014. Officer Wood's performance is a true representation of our department's mission statement, protecting our community with exceptional service. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Wood. This year's Public Safety Award, representing for the Oxnard Fire Department, is firefighter Joshua Massey. Firefighter Josh Massey has been with the Oxnard Fire Department for 9 years and is currently assigned to Truck 61 on the C shift. He is a member of the USAR team, a certified hazardous material technician, and a member of the Police and Fire dive team. In 2006, firefighter Massey began working on several long-term projects that significantly reorganized the fire department's communication infrastructure. Included in those systems are the VHF radios, repeater systems and fire station call alerting system, the automatic vehicle location system, and the new firefighter down emergency trigger system. Firefighter Massey is a family man, and he shares his life with his wife Juliana and their 10-year-old son Alexander. He and his family volunteered their time with the Eden Restoration Project and recently returned from Haiti, where he worked to install the electrical service to an orphanage there. Firefighter Massey's commitment and dedication to the fire service helps to make the city of Oxnard safer and the department better moving forward. This year's Public Safety Award, representing the Port Hueneme Police Department, is Sergeant Chris Graham. Sergeant Chris Graham has just celebrated his 30th year with the Port Hueneme Police Department. During his career with the department, Chris has worked a variety of assignments, including field training officer, traffic officer, detective, and field supervisor. In addition to his responsibilities as a supervisor, Chris has taken on numerous collateral duties. He is a reserve officer program coordinator, policy chaplain, program coordinator, and special events coordinator. Chris has been married to his wife Karen for 20 years. They have one daughter and 3 sons and 3 grandsons. Chris is working towards his bachelor's degree in Christian theology, which he will complete in May. When Chris retires, he plans on becoming a chaplain, or in his words, I hope to turn in my gun for a gold cross. This year's Public Safety Award, representing the United States Coast Guard, is Bosun's Mate, First Class, Courtney Eastman. Bosun's Mate, First Class, Courtney Eastman has been assigned to Coast Guard Station Channel Islands Harbor since July 2012 and presently serves as a unit training petty officer. Petty Officer Eastman is a seasoned law enforcement boarding officer, serving primarily as a unit training petty officer and senior coxswain trainer over the past year. Eastman has displayed an unwavering commitment to the unit as both a duty standard and a day worker, logging in over 168 hours underway in completion of 96 missions. He meticulously managed the unit's training program for over 65 active reserves and auxiliary crew members. Petty Officer Eastman's personal awards include the Coast Guard Commendation Medal, Coast Guard Achievement Medal, and 3 Coast Guard Good Conduct Medals. Eastman has also earned his permanent Coxswain's insignia. Courtney Eastman is a native of Philadelphia, PA, and he resides in Ventura, California with his 7-year-old son, Grayson. This year's recipient for the Federal Bureau of Investigation is Special Agent Bernie Rydell. Special Agent Bernie Rydell entered on duty with the Federal Bureau of Investigation April 1996 and was assigned to Los Angeles Field Office in 2009. Special Agent Rydell was reassigned to the FBI's Ventura Resident Agency and initially investigated crimes against children. Rydell's 19 years with the FBI have included stints in white-collar crime, domestic terrorism, crimes against children, and violent crime programs. Over the last year, Special Agent Rydell has investigated 11 bank robberies, prepared and executed dozens of search warrants which have led to multiple arrests, indictments, and convictions. Rydell is especially lauded for his bank robbery investigation which occurred at the Chase Bank located in Ventura in June 2014. Rydell was on duty when the bank alarm sounded. The FBI's resident agency was located directly above the Chase Bank. Rydell followed the subject into the public parking lot where a subsequent foot pursuit began. Special Agent Rydell and other FBI agents pursued and apprehended the subject. Special Agent Rydell immediately began his investigation where he determined that the subject was responsible for 4 other bank robberies. Special Agent Rydell serves as a Principal Relief Supervisor to the Supervisory Senior Resident Agent in Ventura office, where he routinely provides invaluable assistance to the other agents across multiple programs. Our next Public Safety Award, representing the Naval Base, Ventura County Force Protection, Military Police Master at Arms, Willie R. Robinson, Jr. Master at Arms, Willie R. Robinson, Jr. was born in Greenville, Mississippi in 1980 and graduated from T.L. Weston High School in 1999. 2003, he joined the Navy and served on board the USS Whidbey Island from 2004 to 2009. In those 5 years of duty, he completed 3 Persian Gulf deployments. He became a master helmsman and was responsible for steering the ship during the most intense times of restricted maneuvering. In addition, he was a member of the flight deck team and ramp marshal for the landing craft air cushioned operations. During his tour, he gave assistance with relief efforts to Mississippi after Hurricane Katrina and assisted in evacuating U.S. citizens from Lebanon in 2006. His next assignment was a shore duty with the Transient Personnel Unit in Norfolk, Virginia, and then on to the USS New York in 2012. Master at Arms, Robinson emphasizes the Navy core value of honors, courage and commitment. His goal is to retire from the Navy, start a youth program in the hometown of Greenville, Mississippi.
Step in here real quick. Although we know it's a school night tonight for these servers that helped us out, they're getting ready to leave and go home and get a good night's rest for tomorrow. I'd like to acknowledge those before they leave, and that's the Santa Clara High School Ambassadors Club. If we could bring them out. Teresa Calvazano. Let's bring up some of the to get our food out to our tables. Thank you, Santa Clara High School Ambassadors Club, for your serving this evening. Great job. All right. All right, well, we're on the subject of food. Wasn't that food good tonight? That was a Mexican salad, fresh, delicious chicken dinner, and that was prepared by one of our Brother Knights owners of BG's Cafe in downtown Oxnard. Our Brother Knight, Jose Rodriguez, please come forward, and his wife, Veronica. Thank you, Brother Knight Jose. Once again, another hand for BG's Cafe, downtown Oxnard.
Well, it just wants to throw you off from where you were. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this year's Public Safety Award representing the California Highway Patrol is Officer Jared S. McCoy. Spokane, Washington. He received his Bachelor of Arts degree in Communication Studies from California Polytech State University, San Luis Obispo. Officer McCoy graduated from the California Highway Patrol Academy in 2008 and was assigned to the Ventura area. Throughout the years, Officer McCoy has earned the respect and admiration of his fellow officers and supervisors. Officer McCoy is consistently and without exception has displayed sound judgment, leadership abilities, and a strong work ethic that is second to none. He lives in Oxnard with his wife Audrey. They are expectant parents of their first child in July. Officer McCoy is credited with California Highway Patrol Citizens of California. Our next recipient is from Ventura County Federal Fire Department. It's firefighter Miguel Espinosa. Chief John T. Atkins. Firefighter Miguel Espinosa was born and raised in Ventura County and a graduate from St. Bonnie's High School in 2000. Upon graduating high school, Miguel joined the U.S. Air Force to become a firefighter. Miguel was stationed at Vandenberg Air Force Base while on active duty and deployed to Bahrain and Pakistan. Upon honorable discharge from the U.S. Air Force, Miguel worked on a private ambulance in San Fernando Valley while earning an associate's degree in biology from Ventura College. During that time, he met his beautiful wife, Laura. Miguel was hired by naval-based Ventura County Fire Department in 2008. During his time with the NBC, he has completed a Bachelor's of Science in Environmental Management and is currently pursuing a master's degree in Industrial Hygiene. Our next recipient, Ventura County Fire Protection District, firefighter Lucas Bella. Firefighter Lucas Beller, age 33, has been employed with Ventura County for 3 years. He currently works at Fire Station 28 in the city of Peru. Lucas works as a dual-function paramedic. He has been a paramedic for 5 years and was an EMT for 7 years before that. He is part of the Ventura County Fire Department Hazmat team. Lucas was nominated for Firefighter of the Year for his involvement and dedication to the department. Lucas has been called several times to go above and beyond the normal duties of a firefighter. Lucas has been awarded 4 CPR Life Savings Awards in his short tenure of 3 years. Lucas lives in Ventura with his wife of 12 years and his 3 children. Lucas likes the most about being a firefighter is the joy of helping others. Lucas conducts himself in a manner that follows the core values of the fire district. The next recipient for the evening is Ventura County Sheriff, Deputy Sheriff Jeffrey Jacobs. Graduated from the Sheriff's Academy in 2007 and worked at Todd Road Jail for 5 years. Jeff has a strong work ethic and is recognized by his supervisors for the dedication and leadership abilities. He was selected for a position in the classification unit. This special team is responsible for the gathering and analyzing information to develop strategies for the successful inmate management. Jeff continued to expand his skills and abilities, becoming a trainer for new deputies. 2 years ago, Jeff joined the team at West County Patrol and was assigned to the headquarters station in Ventura. He has been one of the most productive deputies at headquarters. Jeff is married to his wife, Mary, for almost 5 years, and the couple have 2 children, 3-year-old Grace and 6-month-old Owen. He earned his Bachelor of Arts degree at the University of California, UC Davis. This year's Public Safety Award representing the Ventura County Probation Agency. Probation Officer Trevor Ramirez. This is where I tell you I lost your bio.
We're going to go off script here really quick. Our director, Mark, where's Mark at? Mark, why don't you come up here and introduce your recipient tonight? That's an easier way. Mark Varela is the director for the Ventura County Probation Office. He's also been named as president of the Probation Department of the State of California. So, you know, Rick, get a little bio, we'll go from there.
Department that sometimes you just have to shoot from the hip, so that's what I'm gonna do. Brenda Ramirez is a probation officer for the Ventura County Probation Agency, and she started as a student worker, and she worked her way, became a worker for Girls Incorporated in our institution, and then got hired as a deputy probation officer. Right now, she is assigned to our Ventura County Mental Health Court, and she has a caseload of offenders in the community who have diagnosed mental health conditions. And she does such a fabulous job. I had the opportunity to go out in the field with her recently, and I was so impressed with her skills and her abilities and how she is able to work with the offenders in the community. And I know that we as an agency are so proud of her. And she has a good contingency of people here. I think there's about 20 folks here to support Brenda. So we're so proud of her and all of her hard work as a probation officer here in the community. And she does such a fabulous job. So congratulations.
Recipients. Kind of got out of that last one, didn't I? I'll turn it back over now to our MC and give it back to our grand knight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Bill Harris. Bill Harris has done a really good job. He worked on those files. It's really interesting. We sent these files back out in December, believe it or not. We've done no more than so many words, and Bill gets a big old book, and he has to work up those numbers, and did a really good job. But Bill had some airtime. This is the night we kind of told him out to all of you, because Bill, come July 1st, if things work the way they're supposed to go, when you're a deputy grand night, it becomes the next grand night, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see more of him later on. But with that being said, I want to say thank you very much to the people who helped us tonight with their certificates. Representing the city of Hueneme, we want to say thank you very much to the mayor, Mayor Sonia Schnupp. Thank you so much for thanking you. We're always glad to have our mayor with us. He's also a brother knight of ours as well, and we're very happy he's here with us. And God bless us to you, Mr. Mayor. The next man who helped us tonight, he's no stranger. He's also a brother knight. That's a hint to all of you, brother knights. And we're very happy to have him. He does not recognize boundary lines. He represents the 5th District. He thinks Ventura County is his whole district. So we want to say thank you to the big man, John Zaragoza. Thank you. Representing our congressional office, Julia Brownlee, Sandra Delgado. Thank you, Sandra, for being out here. Thank you. Representing or somebody with Jackie Irwin's office, Johnny Vasquez. Johnny is first up. Representing Josh Williams' office, Maggie El Susu. Thank you very much, man. And representing the State of California State Senate office, Heather Jackson. Patty Quinones. Patty, thank you so much for being here.
Congress America.